Okay.
Well, everyone, welcome back to Geeking Out. This is part 2 of our Final Fantasy VI Randomizer, and Ronnie's going to be taking the reins for a sec, and I'm sorry I screwed that up. Let's see. Nope.
Do it again.
There we go.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Playing with Windows a little.
Yeah. So, Yuna and Titus are going to Figaro Castle to talk to the king to help them get Terra to safety. And let's see. Oh, he's got Terra's palette.
He has Terra's color scheme.
Okay.
Hilarious. Nice purple, green hair.
Yeah, the purple cloak is very regal for a king.
Yep.
How rude of me to turn my back on a lady. Alright, what's your name, sir? You're Zell. The least favorite character for Final Fantasy VIII. Ugh. Alright, let's go with it.
King Zell.
King Zell. Oh
we never thought he'd amount to anything.
Oh,
anything at all.
Yeah, there you go.
I am Zell, King of Figaro.
We thought he was just a loser from Balam Garden, but look at him now.
Talk to you later. No problem. Figaro and the Empire are allies. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. I'll give you 3 reasons why I'm helping you. First of all, your beauty has captivated me. Second, I'm dying to know if I'm your type. Your abilities would be a distant third. He has no idea what those abilities are even.
Yeah, come on, dude. She's a
By the way,
kung fu master.
The magic cutscene has also been removed from the game. So even if you have magic and use it, you don't trigger anything.
Yeah, the 2 guys won't go, oh my god, did she just cast magic?
Interestingly, if someone else has magic somehow... Oh, Shuriken. Phoenix down.
Dried meat.
Nothing's super necessary. Okay. We'll want to buy a bunch of stuff here later when we have the king.
Alright.
I'm just checking out mostly to see if there's a very valuable item we could pick up right now. Water Edge, Warp Stone.
Okay.
If Edgar has something like Throw, it'd be worth it to
Echo Screen. Oh man.
Come back here and
we are getting punked by these treasure chests.
These treasure chests never have much in them.
Ugh.
But interestingly, if somehow you are able to teach magic to Edgar or Locke at this point in the game, and then one of them casts a spell in combat, you still trigger the magic cutscene.
That's funny.
The way you do that is by hacking the game to give like a fire shield to Locke, and then fighting enough battles that he learns Fire 2 or something like that.
That's funny.
Okay, now we're going to learn about Zell's twin brother.
Watch, he'll have the same color palette.
That would be hilarious. Nope.
Nope, he actually has his own color palette.
Actually, no, it's slightly different.
Is it? Oh, his shirt's darker. I bet that's Cyan's.
Yep, that's probably Cyan's palette.
Yeah. And the pants are white. Hey, looks pretty good.
Yep, doesn't look bad. And now, what is the name of this twin
Zell's
brother?
twin brother is Sid. Okay.
Very classic.
We'll go with it.
Classic Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Sid. He's already 100% better than the Sid in this game.
Yes. The Sid in this game is actually kind of lame.
Probably the lamest of all the Sids in all of Final Fantasy.
Good for story, good for a plot coupon and a plot point for Celis later on in the game, but otherwise he is completely worthless.
He doesn't make much of a mark, but despite that, I'm such a softie, I always want to save him anyway.
Yeah, I do too. Go catch the fast fish, not the slow fish. But you do admit the cutscene of her jumping off that cliff and the music, it's just... Oh, the Chancellor does not want us to move forward.
Yeah, he's an evil Chancellor. All Chancellors in JRPGs are evil.
Evil, yes. Just look to Final Fantasy IV and Chrono Trigger. Oh, here he comes. The Mad Clown Madman. There's sand on my boots.
It's amazing the sprite work in this game.
I know, right? Conveys such emotion with just... I can't remember how... Like 26 pixels tall is how tall these characters are. It's amazing. Doing okay with that controller there, bud?
Yep.
Alright.
It's a nice controller. Okay, how about you? He is a berserker.
Oh.
He doesn't have a lot of battle power either. That's unfortunate. He can use a mithril blade at least, so that gives
Yeah.
him a tiny bit of magic power.
Small favors, I guess.
His
Oh, that's
speed
so
and vigor
disappointing.
are both okay, but his base battle power is really low, which is
Yeah.
bad.
Oh well. Can't have them all, I suppose.
Ha! I got the staring contest.
Nice, good job. Dude, they are staring through your soul.
Frame perfect trick.
Well
It's a
done.
very low amount of frames. Oh, it is.
Save the frames, Ronnie. Save the
It's
frames.
pointless, but everybody always wants to get the staring contest when they play this game because it's funny.
It is pretty funny. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to mute my mic and eat another slice of pizza while you defend Figaro Castle.
This is why you wanted me to play this round. Yes. Okay, now.
So I'm pretty sure no one wants to listen to me munching pizza. Race him! Race him!
You can't beat him without sprint shoes, and even if you have sprint shoes, he still arrives at the room before you do. Because yes, I have played through this part with sprint shoes you aren't supposed to have. Because I have done just about everything in this game that you're not supposed to do, be able to do.
You have broken it.
Yeah. That's Treasure Hunter! He is very, very, very particular about that. Yuna's very confused who she is. She's a soldier of the Empire, but apparently she is, Figaro is the ally of the Empire, except not really. He's working with the Returners. And Yuna doesn't know what she's supposed to do. And they tell her, we can't tell you what to do, because we're nice people, we don't want to tell you what to do, even though you need somebody to tell you what to do because you don't know anything. But we don't want to be that guy, so we're being kind of overly nice about it, or whatever you want to call it.
Because Japanese writing.
Yep. Welcome to my barbecue!
You do that laugh a little too well.
Oh, I can do the laugh exceptionally well. Act shameful that a king should flee, leaving his people behind. How utterly delightful! Yahoo!
This castle's got a few party tricks.
Party tricks? Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things about this game is that the surrounding world is so steampunk and interesting, and you get a sand subterranean castle. It's just so cool.
Also, the most unique mode of transportation in any JRPG ever.
Amen to that. Ah, they're gonna get you.
Okay, Zell is going to be useless because he's attacking from the back row. Titus is going to sword tech though. No, was I too fast? Nope.
Success. Kamehameha. Win.
Ta-da! 2 bucklers! That is so useless. Normally you get 2 potions, which once again are extremely valuable. And you don't think that they're that valuable because you have Terra's healing in a lot of the early games, so you really don't use potions much, most likely. However, since we do not have any healing magic,
Yeah.
we're going to be needing a lot of healing items to keep ourselves topped up from our battles.
Man, I have to point this out. I feel it's very unfortunate for Terra's palette right now because she looks naked.
Sitting on the chocobo
That
like
is
that.
so unfortunate.
It could be worse. She could be Bannon on a chocobo.
That's true. She
Or
could.
Merchant Locke on a chocobo.
This is true.
Hey kids, in your casual games, when you get Bannon, After the River Leet, head down south to the Chocobo Forest south of Figaro Castle and make Bannon your leader and hop on a Chocobo. You will not be disappointed.
That's rather odd. Alright.
Okay, no, there's nothing I can equip at the moment. Alrighty.
Alright.
Passing through the cave to South Figaro, there are a lot of chests in here. I generally think it's better to leave these chests alone. They will upgrade twice during the game if you don't open them. Once at the start of a lock scenario.
Oh, really? Okay.
And then they upgrade a second time if you leave them until the world of ruin.
Oh, cool. So, leave them all alone.
Yep.
Okay. Let's do that.
I like to pick them up. They're fairly valuable if you get them at the during lock scenario. Among other things, in a normal playthrough, you can pick up a Thunder Rod and use it to one-shot the tunnel armor very easily. But they're generally of a higher quality. Right now, if we pick them up, they'll just be things like potions and stuff, you know, things that are okay but not great. When you wait, they tend to be mid-level equipment and can turn into something really nice, like possibly a Rune Edge or something. Thunder Rod would not be good anymore because that's one of the things that was broken that they fixed. And they can't be broken anymore. But if you really want to see some cool stuff, yes, we could actually save it until the World of Ruin and see what minor semi-end game stuff is available.
It'd be awesome if it dropped, like, the Illumina or something.
You can always hope.
Yeah. I don't have to go to the stupid Coliseum to get it. Ha!
Depending on where it is, you could get a lot of Illuminas, or no Illuminas, or one Illumina. You can always...
Fingers crossed.
No. You aren't guaranteed to get an Illumina. You are guaranteed to get a Ragnarok if you choose that instead of the Esper.
Oh, right.
Which, especially here, it's generally more valuable to get the sword because the Esper is not... All the spells on Espers are randomized, so it probably isn't going to have Ultima.
It's possible we could get Ultima way before that.
Yes, we could get Ultima on something like Tritok or...
Oh, how cool would that be? No, watch Ramu has it.
Ramu isn't going to have it. They are in tiers of power, basically. So you're not going to get outrageous stuff.
That's kind of sad.
Level 2 spells is about all you're going to get.
So it's random, but not completely random.
Yeah, it's not chaos random. There is another Final Fantasy VI randomizer that's more popular right now, and it's actually the only one available to find online anymore.
Yeah.
Since the site that used to host this program shut down.
Well,
So
I'm glad we still have it.
This randomizer is called Beyond Chaos, and it lets everything be really crazy. And look at that yellow ninja.
Oh my god. It looks like a puke ninja. What?
Monster in a box. Awesome.
Whoa.
What are we fighting? Lobo.
Okay.
This was actually the chest that's supposed to be inside the...
Inside the training room.
Yes. It's the introduction to monsters in a box, and the guy by the chest mocks you about it. But
that's funny.
That's no longer available. This is one of the few things in the game that is not randomized. It is the sprint shoes.
Nice.
Which is very good. Oh, Trident.
Very cool.
Nobody
no
can
one
use
it.
Awesome. Okay, I'm going to get a second pair because they're valuable to have. Okay, do you want to go and loot the town now?
Maybe we should wait until South Figaro. Until Locke's story.
You can if you like, or we can put it to use now.
You know,
because
maybe
it
would be a good time to do it now.
It's going to be the same equipment.
Yeah, maybe it'd be a good time to do it now. That way we're not dodging guards and random battles and blah, blah, blah.
I actually don't need anything up these stairs. I don't know why I went this way. I'm just enjoying running. Look at the speed.
Oh, it's so glorious.
It's so glorious.
Do you have to hold the button down? No.
Nope.
You just move.
Yep. Okay, let's see. There is all sorts of stuff in here. Potion, that's good.
Wow.
Tonic, 100
I didn't
gold.
know those boxes ever had anything.
Oh, there are a lot of boxes in South Figaro that have things. Revivify.
Wow.
Let's see what equipment there is. Mithril Knife, Ashura, Bioblaster. Fire Steam, Warpstone.
Ugh.
Oops. Oh, that's fine, actually.
Antidote. We're getting a lot of basic items.
Antidotes are good.
Yeah.
Let's see. Heavy Shield equipped. Hairbands, that would be an improvement for him. How about
He's
nobody can use plumed hats? Okay, Kung Fu suit, hairband. Everybody likes hairbands.
Apparently.
Guys, girls, all the kitties.
Well, check out that ponytail. Of course he likes hairbands.
These R buttons are kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, that's Ronnie's using the SM30 from 8-Bit Dough. It's wireless Bluetooth Super Nintendo controller. It's based off of a Super Nintendo controller, so the proportions are the same. But he's got 2 joysticks and 2 extra R buttons on the shoulder, 2 extra R and L buttons on the shoulders. So it is a little odd to get used to, but once you do, I love that thing. It's so much fun. One thing I will say though, if anyone does buy one, be aware that the USB plug on the top of it can get really loose. So I wouldn't game while tethered. I would just use it straight Bluetooth and just plug it in to charge it.
Diamond shield.
Wow.
And
amulet. Hey, that's a good relic.
It's an okay relic. It's not great.
Basic, but
protects
good.
Against poison, dark, and zombie.
Yeah.
Which is okay. We'll find some poison guys. Darkness actually matters now. Before it was broken, if you never realized, but it actually has a basic evade has no effect, and darkness is the same thing. It's not programmed correctly, so all it does is give you cool sunglasses. Yeah. But in this game, it does matter. Warp stone, dried meat. That's all that's going to be here.
The clocks don't have anything.
Let's see. Who can use them? Anybody can use a Mithril shield. Heavy. No, Mithril, Mithril. Nobody can use diamond shield. Awesome.
Ah, sad. That's a pretty basic item for this party. A shield like that, everybody should be able to use it. But...
yeah, the shields, most of them could be used by everybody. It's one of the slightly... well, it's a double-edged sword. I can complain about it, but the truth is that if everybody could use every shield like they do in the normal game, we would all be stuck with bucklers right now.
That's true.
Instead of mithril shield, so it's got its good and its bad.
Noise blaster. That's about 400 gold. Ether.
I don't think there's anything else here.
So many hidden passageways in this town.
Yep. A lot of weird stuff in this town.
Yeah.
A lot of neat to explore. It's kind of cool because there's it's a big reward for exploring, and sadly none of the other towns have this much stuff in them. So you wander around looking, every place is going to have chests all over the place now. No, it really doesn't.
This is the only one
it's just South Figaro.
Yeah, I mean, all the other towns in this game, especially once you get to the World of Ruin, there's not much going on. Zozo is the only one I can think of next to this one that actually has a lot going on. And
it's not a real town, it's a dungeon.
Yeah,
it's a dungeon disguised as a town.
Dungeon disguised as a town, you are correct.
No antidotes. That's kind of bad. I'm going to buy some dried meat, though, just so we have some healing items, because we'll probably need it. Speaking of which, how are hit points doing? We'll be okay. We'll get a free rest up here. Now, you could take a chocobo to leave town, but I'm actually going to walk to get some experience. He won't let us leave that way. That's great. Not that it even matters. I don't know why he's standing in the way there. That's pointless. The invisible bridge, which completely negates one of the things that Locke is supposed to do.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da,
She has an apex. She should be doing a lot more damage than this.
Didn't you say her battle power wasn't that high?
Yeah, her battle power is low, and Zell's is even lower.
That's disgusting.
Although his vigor is high. Well, mostly it's because I thought her vigor was okay. It was like only a boost stat. Or was it really low? I can't remember.
Watch the cabbages.
Yeah, they could have rabbits in the beefers.
Rabbits.
Been playing too much of the Secret of Mana remake.
Yeah.
Hooray for the Secret of Mana remake.
Oh, so good. For all of its flaws, it's got so much charm and extra charm added. It's just beautiful. But I gotta say, I'm seriously disappointed right now. You need to save before you go in here.
Oh, okay, fine.
Sorry, paranoia. Call me paranoid, but no, one of the things that I seriously find disappointing about the game is, well, the remade music for one isn't all that great. It does sound pretty good, but most of the time it seems out of place. The way the tracks have been rearranged. But the one thing that really disappointed me more than anything was there's a certain point in the game, spoilers, where this temple will raise out of the ocean and it becomes this massive dungeon you have to go into, but you're up there on your white dragon flying around watching this happen, and then when that continent comes up out of the water, the music for your flying changes. What'd you get?
Chainsaw.
Oh, wow. That's huge. Now I just got to get someone with tools.
Yeah.
But the music will change when you're flying, but and that's one of my absolute favorite tracks, is after that event, the music changes to this glorious track. I believe it's called Dark Star. It's absolutely beautiful. But in this remake, they didn't change the music when that event happens. It stays the same as when you first get the White Dragon Flammy. It was just... God, I was gutted. I was gutted when I heard that. I was like, my God, my favorite track isn't here. But when you land on the Mana Fortress, on the Mana Temple to go do that dungeon, it'll play the music. And it used to be it would play the music while you were flying, and then when you would land, the music would continue playing. But, oh man, it gutted me. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh.
A very weird minor change, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, that's massive for me, because that was like one of my first memories of that game. Was that I loaded up just a random save file on the cart that I rented, and they had the Flammy drum, and Flammy came down, and then I heard that gorgeous music. It was so beautiful. It's awesome. So yeah, but otherwise, I mean, graphically it's beautiful. It's got the voice acting for the most part's pretty good. They've added in these wonderful little character moments that you get when you go to sleep in an inn, depending on what events have happened. The characters will talk to each other and have this kind of fun conversation, and sometimes the elemental spirits will come into the conversation and start talking as well, and it's a lot of fun. So, by all means, give it a shot, but I don't know, it's still wonderful, but that one part just, made me so angry. And I tried to change the music back to original, and then I called Flammy again, and it didn't change. So I'm just, it sucks so bad. So how you doing here? Is it going pretty well?
Yep.
Good.
It's a little slow. Having, once again, just certain of the abilities in the early game are so strong, you don't really realize it until they're not there.
Right.
And one of the big ones is Edgar having the auto crossbow. If you've ever watched anybody speedrun this game,
the auto crossbow.
If you've never used it yourself playing casually, you watch somebody speedrun and just see them blow through these battles so quickly, it's very obvious just how strong it is.
Yeah. I mean, early game, it's a massive boon to all this exploring that you're doing, because you run into battles like that where you have 4 or 5 enemies at a time, and the auto crossbow hits everything for, 120 damage each?
Up to 200, depending on his level and whether you have the Atlas armlet or not, which, where we picked up the Cure Ring, should have been an Atlas armlet.
Ah. It's that side passage back there. I tried playing through our other randomizer game that we had going on my trip, on my tablet. We were driving up to Lake Havasu, had my tablet on my knee with that controller in my hand, playing that randomizer, and I could not get Vargas. It just, oh man, it was terrible.
Yeah, that's the problem here. It's nice to have Blitz at this point, because Vargas is a boss who is supposed to be the Blitz, basically tutorial boss. He teaches you, if you go through the battle long enough without using it, Sabin will actually tell you himself, we need to use Blitz. Use left, right, left.
Right.
To activate it. And so then you use Blitz on Vargas, and he gets upset, as well, we're going to see it up ahead here, and he dies. However, he has 15,000 hit points normally. Now, the game designers, or I should say the randomizer designers, they did realize, they might not have Blitz because of the randomizing. So we will make his hit points a lot lower so that you can defeat him normally. Well, the problem is, he has very powerful attacks. He also hits you with Doom Fist, which gives you a limited amount of time to kill him. And he has still, not 15,000 anymore, an impossible amount, but he does have about 2,500. And about 1,500 of that you have to do just with Sabin.
Right.
And so if Sabin doesn't have very good stats, and or a good weapon, and or any usable fighting abilities, it's very hard to take him down. Essentially, the only way to get past it in that kind of situation is to grind a lot.
Yeah.
Now, luckily, the game does kind of make that easy for you to a degree if you save at the save point coming up ahead here. Because whenever you die in Final Fantasy VI, if you've never experienced that yourself before, it reloads, it starts you back up again at your last save automatically. And all of your progress is lost, except for your experience. Any levels you gain before dying, since your last save, actually stay. It's kind of a weird quirk in the game and has a lot of neat things you can do with that. But it also means that you can just grind your way to Vargas, fight him, die, try again, and you'll be stronger by the time you reach him. Die. I mean, it's not pleasant.
It's darn right frustrating.
But it is possible to eventually be able to take him down.
It's a brilliant thing that they came up with to kind of, I don't necessarily, well, it's kind of a way to balance the difficulty, but at the same time it can be seriously abused. Because coming up here pretty soon, there's going to be a part where you're on a raft, floating on this river, and if you decide to run that river for hours and hours, like, how long was it, like a day?
A day to 3 days. I think 3 days gets you about to level 80.
3 days gets you about to level 80, level 90, and then you die, and the last save point you had was way back at the beginning of the game. Then all of a sudden, every character you pick up is almost going to be near max level, and the game just completely breaks.
It's a really fun trick. Nowadays, you can do it a lot quicker with an emulator, since it runs...
Well, you can make the emulator run at like 10 times speed.
Oh, no, it's about 1,000 times speed.
Wow.
A couple hours will get you into the 80s at that point.
But I don't know. I did that on one of my original cart once, and I was so afraid the thing was gonna like burst into flames. I was sitting there for 3 days just running a circle in loops. But it worked. You know, I had to put a bit of weight on the A button and then tape it down.
Yep. It's actually a kind of neat trick to do if you just want to experience the game for the story. Although, not that it's a hard game anyway, especially with all the things that are broken in it.
Yeah.
Most of the things that are broken in the game are things you can exploit. They don't make the game harder, they actually make it easier.
Yeah.
Like the fact that evade doesn't work in a normal game.
True. Evade doesn't work, luck doesn't work.
There is no luck in this game. It's other games.
That's right.
No luck. There's only skill. But there are other games where...
Well, then, of course, if you get the spell Ultima, you just teach it to everybody and just spam it, and you win.
Yeah, that's the normal end game, is to get the Ragnarok Esper, teach everybody Ultima. That's what most of your guides will tell you to do.
Yeah.
There are lots of ways to play the game, though.
But, I mean, Ultima's a gorgeous-looking spell, the way it's animated on this game. I love it. It looks like this blue explosion that's just... It looks like something out of an anime, just exploding outward and just constantly getting bigger. And it's pretty wild stuff. But, I mean, even with those few exploits like that, they can really kind of break certain parts of the game and, you know, chop the difficulty down to nothing. It's still so much fun, and it's probably one of the greatest RPGs made ever.
One of my ultimate favorites.
I'll say that. You know, this is my second favorite because I'm biased. You know, 4 was my first, so. But this is high up there. It's. Oh geez, I remember when you told me to And you told me it was out. It's like, go rent it now. It's like, okay. It's so good. I think I was on the phone while I was playing through the intro. I was on the phone with you. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
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 God, was it
I had a
late
very
94?
wonderful uncle when I was young who loved RPGs, and he'd finish an RPG and then he'd bring it over when he came to visit my dad. He's like, "Oh, here's the newest RPG I played." And once he brought Final Fantasy 6 or 3 as it was known at the time, and so I tried it out there, and yep, it was so amazing. Even after playing Final Fantasy 2/4.
Right. Yeah. All right. Here's Vargas.
Okay, first of all, we fight Vargas and the copyright iPoos. The copyright description by Quexel reads, "They are Apple's answer to the teddy bear."
The iPoo. That's awesome. I love it. Boom.
That thing's off one. Blitz is so powerful.
Ugh.
Okay, now
you should be able to hit him with Pummel and game over. No. Oh.
There it is.
Completely skipped it. Oh,
and
that's
yeah, Sid
fantastic.
doesn't even appear. Sid suddenly says, "If aren't you room for extra?" Wait, where'd this guy come from? What's he doing here? What's going on? Who is this guy? Wait, this is the twin, right? Why is he here? Vargas is actually Sid in disguise? Is that what happened? Yes, we totally skipped the cutscene by doing that.
That's fantastic. I
He's
love
just
it.
programmed to die when he gets blitzed.
Looks like he just strayed from a gym. Bodybuilder strayed from his gym.
Okay, now we'll finally get to figure out who this bodybuilder is, too.
Alright.
At least as far as stats and everything goes.
Yep. The Empire is going to pay.
Think a bear like me can help you in your fight?
Of course we can.
Dude, join us.
Watch, he's gonna have Sketch. Watch, he's gonna have Sketch.
The most useful ability. I love Realm as a character, but Sketch is the most useful
it's
ability.
worthless. Alright, here we go.
Slot.
Oh, you know what? That's cool.
Holy vigor. His stats are good. He has good magic power. His speed's okay. His vigor's extraordinary. Stamina's low, but stamina's like the least important.
Yeah.
His attack power isn't great. He only has a dirk. He can use a Kodachi.
Kodachi.
That's powerful. Can't use a Diamond Shield either, though. Yeah. Finally, we'll encounter someone who can use Diamond Shield, and it'll be awesome.
Cards. Hey, cool. Watch, he can't even use them.
Probably not. We can use cards. Yuna and Titus can use cards.
Okay.
That's actually going to be good for Titus.
Put Titus in the back row.
Yeah, that's like double his attack power. Not that it matters that much, but
still, that's pretty awesome.
I could have left him in the back row actually because he's been using sword tech anyway.
Right, and that ignores rows, right?
Yep. Yeah. It's pretty cool like that. So I think this is a good time to put up our second
let's
video.
go ahead and sorry this one ran a little long, guys, but thank you again for watching, and we'll continue on as long as we can with this one, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.